All right, welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Radio guy Dr. Mike Prince. We have on the line with us head football coach Bubba Mcdowell. Coach, how you doing today, sir?
I'm good, my brother. I am good. How are you?
You sound like you got somewhat of an elephant off your back, man.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a big one, man. That was a big one. Homecoming at that. Then secondly, get a home game win at home. Get a win at home. But yeah, it definitely monkey off the back. Now we just got to keep that elephant and monkey off our back. And try to finish out strong. The rest of the way, which I think we can. Know we can. If we again just do the things that we capable of doing, which we showed that first half. Putting players in position to make plays.
Yes, sir. Well, the thing about homecoming, the Labor Day Classic, and the State Fair Classic, you'll get that casual fan that don't really keep up with the program. They'll judge the entire program based on a performance that they see, and they're gone for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that is true. Very true. I've been a part of it for many, many years. But, again, it was just great to see the stands full, even though it was many, many more outside. I know that we could have, we had to come in and watch at least the first half, we could have filled both sides of the easily. But, again, just to get our home side up and rowdy and helping these young men, supporting these young men, it was awesome, man. It was awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, the Panthers were victorious 34-27, and if you just look at the box score, you say a pretty close game. Some scrap time. You guys pretty much controlled this game from start to finish.
We did, and we did. Again, going into the third quarter, again, they scored 10 and they scored 10 in late, late, like 4 minutes. They scored. They had 10 points in that third quarter, then of course 14. And I wasn't too mad only because we won the game. But like I told the coach, I said, dude, we got to stop subbing out this early. Again, we can't put these young guys in there and and then expect them to get this job done, especially if they don't know what they're doing. And again, that's exactly what it was. You had guys switching in and out, and they didn't know what they was doing. So it was, again, having bad karma, should I say, or bad communication, on the field with one another, and guys blowing coverages, guys not in the right gap. I'm like, oh, come on, guys. So I was like, dude, we can't do this, man. Put them other guys back in there like that, So let's start subbing, when we up like maybe 56 or 44 to 6 or 10, something right. Like that. Yeah.
I know that's right. Well, let me ask you this, Bubba, because it's delicate era this time, coach, at any sport, but we're talking football right now. Is it because to kind of keep guys' egos somewhat subdued and prevent, if you can, guys from hitting the portal? Because it looks like if you sneeze and don't say excuse me, guys use that as an excuse to go hit the portal. Could that be some of the balance that you guys are trying to keep people happy?
Yeah, it is.
You laughing at me, Bubba? You laughing at me?
Huh?
You was laughing at me, man.
No. I like that. I like the way you put it, though. Yeah, but you're absolutely right. But like I tell guys, again, this is why it's so important, Mike, to go out, whether you recruiting out of that portal or whether you're recruiting out of high school. So important to get all the information you can about this individual before you make a decision. And again, so many times, we don't get all the information, then when that guy or athlete gets to that program, man, it's it's gonna be the hit or miss, in some cases, and again, you hope it's definitely a hit for you, but even at that particular time, you got, just say you got a baller in there, right? And, he's one of them dudes that's uncontrollable, so you got to figure out a way as a coach, a head coach, position coach, figure out how to get this young man to buy in, gel in with the other guys, and and so they all can play together, so for a greater cause, again, it's to win football games. And you get a lot of that, because of the portal now. Talking to a lot of my colleagues, a lot of them don't like going to the portal because it doesn't build that continuity, as if you go get a high school kid and you be able to groom him from high school rather than you bring in a portal guy in. And the often saying is that, we don't know what we're going to get. So, yeah,
But here's another analogy that you might appreciate, Bubba, that it's almost like the portal's almost like dating, right? And when you're dating someone, everybody's on their best behavior, and they don't tell you, no one's going to tell you, say, oh, by the way, I have 50 personalities like Sybil, and if I don't get things going my way, I'm going to start chasing you around the house with a butcher's knife. When you go to the homes, even with whether it's the portal or just a freshman coming into college or a transfer from a JUCO, they're going to always have on the best clothes. The house is going to be made up and smelling good. And, everybody's saying, yes, sir, and then you get on campus, it's a whole nother, Frankenstein, or not even Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde approach. But it's kind of hard to decipher in that. And then you add on there the limited budgets. Everything is like a crap shot these days, huh?
Oh yeah, most of a smaller school, and you're right. You hit it on the head. It is definitely, you're shooting craps because again, we don't have that budget like the big PWI guys, or big or top FCS type schools. So again, it's 50-50 for us. We gonna get that young man, or in cases where a different sport young lady to come in and try to hey, you know what, this is what we got to offer you, because a lot of it now is, again, it's NIL money now. So you got to have something on the table for a lot of these young men and women to even entertain before they even entertain coming to you. So and again, that's just where we are right now. So we just got to figure out again how we gonna compete, going forward.
Absolutely. Well, while they're figuring that out, we'll figure out the next SWAC game. We got Mississippi Valley on the road. Yeah. And I don't have to remind you, Bubba, and I'm pretty sure I don't have to remind you.
Don't remind me. Because I reminded them at the end of practice today. Oh my goodness! Go ahead.
I know. Look, we won't say the words, but everybody's thinking the words. So so we know we cannot take this game for granted. And I'm kind of liking the fact that this game is coming when it's coming, and here's why I'm liking it. Yes, you got a big win during homecoming, non-conference win, but a big win, but builds that momentum. Okay, yeah. And you still got enough going toward Itabena, because that's what the game will be this weekend, and you can even still knock off. There's possibly a flare or two naysayers running around, even though we're not playing and concerned about the naysayers. But you can go and let your guys know, hey, we haven't established anything just yet. Let's get the ball rolling for sure when we roll in to Itabena this coming weekend.
Again, you're absolutely right. You hit it on the head. And I mentioned that to them today. Again, like, hey, guys, we had a nice upbeat practice today, even though it was short, but one of the better Mondays that we've had. And, again, I think a lot of that has to do with coming off a win, and more importantly, a win at home, And, again, we want that to carry over, the rest of the week and into Saturday at 2 o'clock against Valley. And I told them, guys, you can't take these guys for granted. For those that, that was here, they know what happened when we went down there a couple of years ago and took these guys for granted. And, it was a point where, second half, we couldn't even recover enough to win the game. And as I, challenge the coaches, like, hey, man, let's make sure that these kids understand that going into this game, they do not take these guys for granted. Because again, you look at Valley, and the Valley don't hit a couple of guys, real early in the game, then it just kind of taper off in other teams' favor. So, they've been a fast start, starting team, for 3 or 4 games, this year. So, we as defenses got to not let that happen, and offensively, we got to start fast on them like we did against Texas A&M Commerce this past weekend.
Absolutely. Just like everybody else in the rest of the conference, quarterbacking is the key, and they did a little quarterback shuffling this past weekend. Have you been able to scope out thus far the similarities or the different styles of plays with quarterbacks as you make your approach this weekend?
Yeah, and then there was something that was on the conference call today. One of the reporters asked him about that. What is he gonna do? He was like, look, we've been going in and out with a different quarterback, different styles. But he said right now, Ty is our guy. He's been consistent, and so we're gonna ride with him until we can't ride with him no more. So we know what kind of arm he has. We know that what kind of legs he has. So again, it's about us. They run him a lot. They do run him a lot. Again, he's being 6'3", 6'4", 210 plus pounds. So he can run it. So it's gonna really be on us as a defense to stop this young man, not let him get into a rhythm. Because again, they started out fast. Even I was just looking at Alabama State, breaking their film down. They jumped out on them 14-6, quickly. So again, we just got to do our job, Mike. Much better than we did this past weekend, and again, because it was always about getting better each week, being in practice, and again, those things that hopefully carry over into the game.
Right. Now, other than the different opponent, what did you see different about your squad this past weekend with that extra week off that you can see and start building toward the future?
Yeah, again, I said it a while back, 2 weeks ago, definitely break that we needed at that particular time, because it hadn't had a break since spring, really, and then jump right into, some guys train after that, go right into a training camp, no breaks until the seventh week, 6, 7 weeks. So, yeah, it takes a toll on the body. So it was definitely warranted for us to have that break, and the guys got guys healthy, got them refreshed a little bit. Again, guys were able to run around, even at 2:00, because we don't practice at 2. We go in the morning, and then again, just them guys, they coming out and and being able to hone in on what they were supposed to do throughout the whole. I mean, it's really to probably about the mid third quarter, it was good to see, man, because again, our biggest thing was just again seeing how they were going to transition, from 8:00, 10:00 weather to the 2:00 weather, and how much in shape they were going to be and how much we have to worry about them cramping. Now we did have some kids cramping, but it wasn't bad, so that's always a good thing, man. We just gotta go out, start fast like we've been doing, and we're going to be okay.
Right. Now, I know you had a major setback at your center's position, and you had to use some replacement and kind of do something on the line. How did you rate their performance over the past weekend?
They were much better. I'm telling you, they were much better. Because, and it's funny you mentioned that because we was talking about it kind of in the staff meeting about how even with the tight end, I was asking, I normally go around the table and ask everybody, OCDC, talk about their unit as a whole, offense and defense, and then everybody give their analysis on their group and how they played. And, so we was just talking, asking Green after Coach Whedon got done. I said, he said, man, I think it's one of the best we've had. We challenged these guys, and they accepted the challenge because again, as many who was there saw, we actually started running the ball a lot better in that third and fourth quarter. Again, just trying to take some time off the clock, and driving the ball. But again, we did just that. It's just unfortunate that Jaden made a bad throw on the one who was down in the red zone on the 5-yard line. So. But overall, I would give them definitely a C+. Definitely can get better because they were blocking and we were running. We were taking some time off the clock in that fourth quarter. So yeah, give them a C+, man, because they definitely got better this weekend.
Okay, and with your running game, there was some improvements from that area. And we know that starts with the guys up front, but go through your running backs room and on how you rate their performance.
I definitely, Amaji came in again. I definitely give him a B+. Again, there was some couple of things that he missed. But I mean, wasn't nothing that hurt us. We didn't lose any yardage with it. So, but I think had he seen it a little bit quicker, he probably had over 100 yards. He ended up with 75, 79, something like that. Had he hit those little creases, he would have definitely had 100 yards easily. And again, Scooter coming in, Connor coming in again before he got hurt. Did some good things. They didn't do as well as Lamaji did, but again, they did enough. One was at 56. I think Scoot was at 56, and Connor was somewhere around that same area with yardage wise. So you can see the yardage that we was picking up, running the ball with three different backs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We know that the water tastes sweeter, the food tastes better after a victory, and you ought to have a good balanced diet and a hunger to continue eating good, as they would say, as you head to Itabena. Do you have anything that truly to you stands out other than when we talked about the quarterback play that Valley does well that you're going to have to neutralize early?
Yeah, I mean, they run well, because we got, because again, and I say that because, again, the way we tackle or hadn't been tackling, and they got some backs that can run. I mean, they got a couple wide receivers that can get open, and make some plays. So we're going to have to really play well to beat this team. Offensively, again, it's just about putting our players in position like we did this past weekend, our go-getters in position to make plays and more importantly, executing them. Again, we execute with the guys that we got in there. We should be okay, and I say that the reluctant, because again it's about executing, and a lot of times we've got in that position where we didn't execute. So again, we don't shoot ourselves in the foot offensively and defensively, like we did that last half of last quarter, which gave us 81 plays on the field. And again, you don't want to be that, have defense on the field that many plays. But again, that was due to a lot of young guys, self-inflicted wounds that cost us cost them to move the ball down the field when we had them stopped. I mean, all 3-4 times we had them stopped, and then boom, face mask, personal foul, baseball, like giving them the first down. So again, it just again going out, Mike, and just doing what we capable of doing. Gap wise, everybody needs to be sound in at their job.
Absolutely. We're talking again with Coach Bubba Mcdowell, head football coach of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, victorious over the Texas A&M Commerce Lions. I almost said Golden Lions. That's Pine Bluff, though. But 34-27. Now, Coach, we know the importance of weightlifting and weight training during the off season. How do you balance that during the course of a long, extended season? This season, you got one more game than usual. How do you balance that out between classes, practice, and actual weight training?
Well, everybody has a time they go in to the weight room as a group, or if that young man can't make that group, he'll come in at some point and get that lift in. Again, now lifting right now is really just you want to do all the heavy lifting, during training camp, all your teaching and fundamental stuff during training camp. Then of course when you get in the season, again it's just about maintaining now. So you get in there, you're just making sure that do just enough to not get sore, get the muscles pumped, and be able to get out on the field and carry out your duties.
Yes, sir, because during that wear and tear of the season, guys, most times they're going to lose weight, and when you weight, you might lose maybe a percentage or two of strength. And then, unfortunately, you got some of the big guys, they'll put on weight, huh?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what we want them to do, at this particular time, because again, a lot of our guys right now are, I guess, probably, as I'm looking at it right, not as strong as we should be at this particular time going into this game at this time of the year.
Okay. Well, as I say, there's always room for improvement. Panthers looking to improve their overall record, but more importantly, their conference record as they take on Mississippi Valley this weekend, 2 p.m. from Itta Texas, Itta Mississippi. I wish it was in Texas. Nonetheless, we'll be there to broadcast the game live here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Coach, before we get out of here, man, I want to give you some thoughts and comments, man, if we can wrap this segment up for you.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank the PV Nation for coming out, supporting these young men. Again, it was really good to, see you guys, see them up in the stands, man, supporting these young men. Again, it goes a long way. Again, guys, just hearing the cheers and the congratulations when they make a good play, stop a good play. So that's always encouraging, and trust me, it definitely goes a long way with these young men. So again, just great homecoming. Had a chance to go out, in the tailgate area at the end of the game, and again, it was just nice to see, us out there getting along and having a good time, after a good win, because a win always makes everything better.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Coach Bubba McDowell and the Panthers will put on their traveling shoes. We'll be right alongside with them here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Congratulations again, Coach, on good run through the Lions. Now we got to run and put our foot on the devil's neck and don't let it up. He is Coach Bubba McDowell. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you guys so much for joining in with us. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter X at The Mike Prince Show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And just in case you hadn't had a chance to listen live, you can go back and check out all the Panthers games on our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I'm going to exit stage left for right now. My time is far spent. So until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.